Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. I'll just making sure I'm live. Say hello if you're watching. I know last week I kept my hand so still. Everyone thought their device was frozen, but it wasn't actually. There we are. Found it first go. I'll just move my iPad a little bit over this way without knocking you all on the floor. That's better. All good. Say hi if you're watching. I'm on before anybody. No comments yet. Happy Saturday. Hello, Andrea and Marianne. Nice to have you on. Got a big day again today. I had my friend Annette coming over. She came over on Thursday and we spent from 8 till 4:30 prepping all our stuff for our retreat, which we didn't quite get finished. So we've got a few more to do, but we're getting there. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Christine and Jenny. Gay, hello. Hello, Kelly and Annette from Canada. Hello, May from Norway. Nice to have you on. Jane, hello from Victoria. My husband is away at the moment. He's over in Kalgoorlie at the moment. They left about a week and a half ago, went down south in South Australia and then across the Nullarbor. They're over in Kalgoorlie at the moment. They're away for a whole month, my brother and my husband. It's nice and quiet here. Hello, Joan and Heather Partridge. Hello, Andrea. Good morning. Nice to have everyone on. I'll just wait a couple of minutes to see who else comes on. Nice card I've got today. Really simple to do, but lots of layering. Good morning, Jeannie from West Virginia. Nice to have you on. Got my camera straight. Came up first go on my laptop. Something must be going good. We'll get started in a minute. Someone just put an angry face up. I'm not sure. Maybe they hit the wrong button. Not sure. Maybe they can't hear me. Let me know if you can't hear me. You should be able to. Not sure why someone put an angry face up. I saw it fly up at the side. Anyway, maybe they hit it wrong. Right, we might get started. The others can watch the replay if they come in late. So I'll just introduce myself first. My name's Laura Stranks and I'm admin for this group. So if you're watching now, you're in the group. I live in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Well, it's actually called Logan. I'm not sure in Australia if any of you watch My Kitchen Rules, but there's a not so nice bloke on there called Michael, and he calls Logan the slums. Even the mayor of Logan got on the news the other night and rubbished him a little bit. He's not a very nice person. So good morning, Jenny and Mary. And Fahia, good morning. Nice to have you on. Turn the volume up. I have it up full blast, so I'm not sure what else I can do unless I talk louder. It's on my iPad and I've got it up full volume. So I'm not sure what else I can do. If anyone else having trouble hearing me? I try to talk loud. I'm not a really vocal voice person. Good morning, Carmel. Nice to have you on. We've got 8 ladies, Carmel, coming to my next workshop on the Wednesday the 1st. So we'll have a nice busy day that day. All good for joy. Have you got your volume up for here? Maybe it's yours up. Everyone else can hear okay. Thank you very much. That's good. I don't have to talk any louder. The volume up on my iPad is up full. So might be something at your end. Sound is great. Only have halfway, so it's nice and loud here. Oh, that's good. Because when I'm watching stuff on my iPad, I only turned up a little bit because it's quite strong. It's a bit loud. Anyway, we'll get back to this. My Facebook page is called Cards Lot by Laura. You would have seen me post a few cards in there. They're done at my workshops and classes, and any that I do on my lives and my YouTube. So I just put them up there for viewing. The group you're in, if you're watching now, it's called Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials. It's a large group, nearly 20,000 members. Some have dropped off for some reason. I think they've been there like 3 years and not done anything, and it appears they're dropping off, some of them, so maybe they're taking themselves out of the group. In my group, you'll find the Files tab, which is where all the PDFs for these go. The Featured tab, I just put important posts in there, so I pin this video today to there until and then it'll get uploaded to YouTube as well. My YouTube channel is called Creative Gems. You can go on there and subscribe to that if you haven't already done so. I do a weekly video in there as well. It's recorded video, but it's done, it comes scheduled 9 o'clock every Monday morning. So that's pretty much all I need to tell you. If you're inviting anyone into the group, just make sure that they answer the couple of questions that there are. I'm getting, like I had 33 new people the other day request to join. The numbers seem to be coming up again. For a while there, I was only getting a couple a day, but I've had 33 and 25, and I think I had 12 this morning. But a lot of them are not answering the 2 questions, maybe because they can't see them on the device that they're on. They need to go to a different device if that's the case. But if you invite someone, just let them know that you've invited them and to make sure that they answer the 2 questions. So I'll put that aside. That's enough business talk. Must be your computer. Yeah, is the volume right up on your computer? Because I'm watching the replay from my computer at the side of me here. But I have to have the volume down off completely on that, because it will echo through. You'll hear me double talk through my live. So, but the volume on the iPad, which is where it's recording, that's up full. So maybe you need to. Hello, Trudy. I'm good, thank you. We're 3/4 of the way through prepping. I'll put some photos up later of the prep that we've done. You won't be able to see any of the cards, but I'll show you our prep. It's 12 of everything, and Annette was cutting some leaves the other day, really fine, thin leaves. They were cutting okay, but to get them out of the dye, we ended up using the paper, the dye paper that you put between your dye and your cardstock, and they were coming out better, but it was such a pain to do, and I think they needed 3 or 4 of each. So it was a lot of cutting. I ended up with a sore back from standing at the machine. But anyway, not to worry. Okay, we'll get started. This card today, and I'll give you the measurements in a minute, which were pinned to the Featured tab earlier in the week on Tuesday. So that's how it looks. It's called a double flap fun fold. So as you can see, there's a flap there, another flap there. And this is the American size, US size. So I've got that one there. This paper is called Everyday Happiness. That's in the green, and I've got pretty peacock at the back there, and just some pretty peacock mats and all the DSP. There's no mats. The mats are the DSP. This front one here, I did put a white over the top of the DSP. You could even make this front mat a bit smaller so you see more of the paper behind. That's up to you. So you could just make it 1/2 inch narrower down that way and 1/2 inch. It wouldn't give you much, but you can still decorate the front. There's still plenty of room to write your greeting at the back here. And you could even make this one smaller if you want to see some more of that paper there. This paper's called Cute as Can Be. It's the bee paper, lots of bees on it, but I choose the generic patterned paper on that one. So we shall get started. I'll just put those to the side. And we have Australian, lots of measurements here. One lady did question this morning about the direction. I don't always put the direction up. So if you do need to know, just put a comment in the post. You probably can't see all of that. I might go this way. You probably won't see all of that. These were in the featured, no, in the file, no, featured, sorry, featured tab. I pinned them in there earlier in the week, so you can go and get them back out of there. But they'll be in there, they'll be in the PDF once I finish the video, both lots of measurements. I'm not going to go through them all again. I will upload this video to YouTube, so they'll all be in the description box in the video as well, so no worries about getting them all. So I'm not going to go through all the bits again, and I'll show you what I've cut. And if you're following along, if you're crafting with me and I'm going too fast, just put a comment in. Good morning, Tony and Linda, pretty cards. Thank you from South Carolina. If I go too fast, just put a comment slow or slow down or something. And I will just stop for a while you catch up, because if you want to craft with me, some of you have already prepped your pieces, so you'll need your trimmer first, and this is the Australian measurement one, but I will give you the scoring for the US one as we go. There's only one piece of scoring, and that is the first piece, your main piece. My piece here in what colour is this? Pretty Peacock again. 8 5/8 by 4 1/4 is the Australian one, and the US one was 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. So the base on mine is on the long side at 5 7/8, which is there. And for the US, you'll score at 5 1/2. So back here. So if that makes sense. So 5 7/8 for Australian and 5 1/2 for US. That's the only scoring you'll have to do. Give that a good burnish. Now, when these cards have been done a little while ago, so they're sitting nice and flat now. To help them sit flat, burnish this both ways. Most of the time, if you burnish something both ways, it will sit flat for you. See, it'll go down now. But because of the weight on the top of the top layers on this, I think that's helped it go flat as well. It's a really lovely flat card, depending on your embellishments that you put on. So that's that. Good morning, Wendy. Beth, this card would be really pretty made with that monochromatic paper pack we had, I think, last year. I can't think which one it is, but it is better with a generic pattern, like not directional. I have got one directional piece here, and also this piece here, which is not really directional. You could have those little slit things either way. This is not directional here. That's something I've stamped, and the flowery. I've chosen all non-direct. Oh, this pattern here at the back here, it's directional. But when I'm doing cards on here, I try to not do directional paper for that reason. This piece is directional. This paper is from the Frames and Flowers DSP, and it comes with a couple of sheets. I think it's a couple of sheets that come with all these little pop-out pieces, which, as you can see, I've had a few packs, but they are really pretty to decorate a card. Just simply, all you've got to do is do your base and your mats and things, and you can put all of these leaves on. I've got a few there, but you can combine them with other cards as well, not just with this paper. You could pop them onto another card base. So that's all my leaves and stuff. And that comes in the DSP pack, and you just pop them all out. When you pop them out, the sheet doesn't go back in the packet very well, so I pop them into a little case. Now, first of all, we're going to put this piece on here. I won't give you measurements again. I'm going to use my liquid glue today. Good morning, Wendy Johnson. Good morning, Greer. Nice to have you on. I'm going to the movies this afternoon at, well, it doesn't start till 3:30. There's a friend of mine picking me up at about 2:20, I think she's coming. I haven't been to the movies for so long, and I mentioned to a friend of mine last week about going to see Downton Abbey, the movie. I have watched the whole series. I've watched the first movie that came out. I don't know if any of you others have seen Downton Abbey. I love that show. And I just mentioned at the card class that I went to last week, if anyone was interested in going with me. And the lady that ran the class, she hadn't watched it before, so it's not much point in going if you haven't watched it. Now, that's that first mat there. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Good morning, Greer. You've tagged something Victoria. You're in Victoria, but you've tagged the Victorian Police. They won't see it because they're not in the group, but where you've got your tag, where you've got from, and then Victoria, I don't know if you can see it at your end, it's underlined and it's got a little symbol at the beginning of it. If you hold your cursor on that, you'll see who you've tagged, and you've tagged the Victoria Police. But that's okay, they won't see it anyway. Well, maybe they should. Something to do. Actually, I think I forgot to, oh no, I'm going to put this on this one. So there's not much stamping on this one because I used all my bits and pieces. Yeah, back to the movie. I've watched every series. I've watched the first movie, which was on the TV again the other night. Now, this is the inside piece that's going in here, and I've got a white mat here. You can either stamp with whatever you like. I just like something instead of just the plain white. But I've got this little decoration bit here. I'm going to stick that on. I'll put that on first. Yeah, and there was a lady there that said, oh, I'm going with my friend next weekend. And I said, oh, well, I can't go Saturday morning because I do my live. She said, no, it wouldn't be Saturday morning anyway. Now, I'm going to put this up the top because if you put it down in this corner, you will see it when that closes up. Anyway, so try and keep it, any decorations you do, try and keep them up the top. So I'm going to put that there, like so. And then it won't sort of hang out and just see little bits of it. Put that away for a sec. And then this one's going on this. Why did I put it away? I don't need to put it away. We'll just give that a white. So she messaged me yesterday and she said, we're going tomorrow, the movie's at 3:30 at a shopping centre not far from here. So I'm looking forward to that because it's the final episode of Downton Abbey. I don't know if anyone else has watched it, but I just love that series. My daughter, I knew not to ask her. She said, Mum, I don't watch that thing. I don't watch that stuff. Thanks, Gay. Yes, I love the show. Love all the characters. And I could watch the whole lot again if it came up again. But this is the final, so I think that the matriarch, the oldest lady in the show, I think she's since passed away. I'm pretty sure she has. Now we're going to glue this into here, pretty much in the centre if we can. And I'll go by this one here. It's got a pretty much even border, well, even border top and bottom, but these sides are a little bit wider. But that's okay. You could make it whatever size you like here. So I'm just eyeballing here. The sides are the same. Top and bottom's a little bit narrower. So we'll pop that in there. And where you put that one goes by this front section here because it goes over the top of that. So that's that inside done. And then we have, I'm going to reverse, yes, this one's going at the top. That's for inside. And that's for inside. So I've reversed the pattern here. I wasn't overly fussed on that, but it sort of changed the whole look of the card by giving something a bit brighter at the top. So that piece will go up there. Yeah, I'm sure she passed away. I could be wrong, but I thought I read it somewhere a little while ago that she passed away. But you have to watch the show to know who I'm talking about. She's the mother of the main bloke in the show, the grandmother of the young. They had 3 daughters. One of them died, and her husband has now remarried Really good show. I could rattle on forever. Love Downton Abbey. Yes, she has passed. I thought so. Can watch it on BritBox. Yeah, I don't have BritBox. I don't have Netflix. I don't watch Netflix. Or we don't have Netflix. Or we do in Australia, but I don't watch it. I'm not sure, Gay. I'm not sure what it's on. But I know the movie has only just come out at the movies. It started either Thursday this week or last week. So it's only fairly new. So this is my front panel. I'm just putting the DSP onto the mat, this smaller mat here that we've got. And that's going, yes, that's going on there. So I've got 3 designs. That's what I put in my measurements the other day. I've got this design here, and then I've got that design and this design. You could put all the same design if you wish. You don't have to mix it up. I thought it was nice mixed up with different patterns of paper. A bit of excess glue there. Yeah, it's a show that's not everyone's. I like all those old time shows, and especially the history of England. It's quite nice. Maggie Smith passed away this year. I thought, well, I knew it was recent. It wasn't that long ago. Wonderful actor, that woman. She'll be missed. And then that one is going on there. I've just stamped a little happy birthday in there. I'm not sure what set that's out of. I didn't get it out. And those flowers are just decorations out of the DSP pack. So I've layered all those together. And then this one here, just create an even border all the way around showing your white piece. So if I flip this over, you can work out where to put your paper, your glue. So I've got an even border all the way around there. I'm not going to draw a pencil line. I'm just going to do this. You could, if you're not sure where. I've kept it up above the layer at the bottom here, so it doesn't go sticking where it shouldn't. And just put a bit of glue around the edges there. And then you can flip it back, line it back up again, down there, and pop that on. And voila, it's finished. How quick is that? And yet it's so effective. It's got lots and lots of layers. And I've got some embellishments, which is these ones, which are rainbow adhesive back dots. And they went nicely. This lighter, it doesn't tell you the colours on here. I think that, not sure what that was. I've got Bubble Bath, Lemon Lolly, Calypso Coral. I'm not sure what that lighter one is. Could be anything. They don't list that's Fresh Freesia at the top there. They don't list the colours on the packs, which I wish they did. I think they used to. I need a pick tool, one of these. I'm going to use this peachy colour here. And I shall put a couple of bigger ones up the top. And a couple of little ones on the flowers. So I'll let you know next week my thoughts on the movie. I hope it's going to be good. I'm sure it will be. Put another little, oh no, I'll put another big one down the bottom here. Got to have odd numbers. There we go. All done. Yes, Jenny, it's a quite subtle, I think it's meant to be petal pink, but it's not really petal pink. There are lighter shades of petal pink in here. And I know one of the colours in the pack is petal pink, but it looks more orangey to me. How does it stand up? I'll show you. It does tip forward. It'll go like that if you stand it up, because it's not level at the bottom here. So they do stand up. If you put that back a bit further, that'll still stand up like so. A bit like an easel. So it does stand up. for viewing. Thanks, Joan. Have to go and pick up my new glasses to see the next Saturday. Missed that one. Have a good weekend. Yes, I got new glasses the other day. I used to have blue, and I've got rose gold here. These do not have screws in them. It's just a hinge thing here. I don't know how it works. They're a new fandangle thing, because the screws kept coming undone on my old ones. They did get smashed a while ago, and the screws kept coming out and the lens kept popping out, and hubby's away, and I thought, if my lens pops out, I can't see to put it back in. So I went and got myself, and my glasses were over 5-year-old. I needed new ones anyway, so I went and got some new glasses, new colour, new everything. Thanks, Carmel, very nice. Easy one to do. So everyone have a go and post your cards, your creations in the group so we can all see them. I'd love to see what you create. And have a lovely weekend. I'm going, tomorrow I'm prepping all day for trying to finish the cards and things. Plus I've got a couple of other things I've got to do here. It'll be nice to stay at home. I love staying at home, just crafting all day. And hubby's not here to have to stop and help him. Thanks, Julie. Thanks for here. I hope you fix your volume a little bit. Maybe your speakers on your computer might be on their way out, or if they're new, maybe there's a thing on the speaker that you can turn up. Lorraine, that's okay. I'll pin the replay to the featured tab as soon as I'm finished, and then I will upload it to my YouTube channel. So I will, Judy. Thanks. Having a play and creating this card. Thank you, everyone. I shall finish there, and I shall catch you all again next Saturday at 9. I'll chat through the week on my group as well. Have a lovely week. Bye for now.